This was a close call in Brunswick. Got an 87-year-old woman who woke up to a teenager standing over her at 2 a.m. saying, "I'm going to cut you."
What?
Can you imagine?
If someone's standing over me in the middle of the night, number one, I'd freak out.
Yeah, of course.
Number two, if they let off with, "I'm going to cut you."
That's how they wake you up.
I'm going to cut you. That's like, it's like intimidating, but at the same time, I immediately think, the first thing I think, oh, so you don't have a gun.
Yeah.
Because right away, you're like, hey, this is more of a fair fight now.
Yeah.
If you don't have a gun, then I'm going to, like, come after you a little bit. I'm not going to just let you cut me.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to just let you rob me. I'm going to try to overpower you.
Yeah.
If you said I'm going to shoot you in the kneecap, I would say take whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
So right off the rip, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
I think you should play off having a gun as long as you can if you're robbing someone.
You always want people to think you have a gun.
That's the
case.
Trick.
Yeah, that's the trick. Take it from Isaiah. So he leads off this criminal, breaks into her house. She was asleep. He's standing over her, 2 a.m. He says, "I'm going to cut you." And so this is great. She says, this is what she said. "I thought to myself, if he's going to cut, I'm going to kick. So I jumped into my shoes."
What?
That's what she said.
Give me 15 seconds real quick. Let me put my shoes on real quick.
I don't know how she jumped into her shoes real quick.
Well, she had her slippers next to the bed, as a grandmother would.
Of course. So she hops into her shoes and starts kicking, and also found a chair that she could use as a shield.
What is he doing during this time, you know?
It says he started hitting her.
Got it.
Yeah. Which doesn't even sound like, does he even have a knife if he's just hitting her?
Yeah, you would think.
Like, why not just bust that puppy out?
It doesn't sound like he was committed to the knife.
No.
Like, it seems like he was kind of like flaunting it, but he didn't want to use it.
It didn't do him any good.
No, like, why'd you bring it in the first place, you know?
So she said it helped having the chair as a shield. She was hollering for help, but I mean, it's 2 a.m. Nobody's really awake and listening probably. So the chair, it really helped her out, she said, but since no one heard her, the kid just kept punching her. It said he punched her in the forehead, which caused a bruise. And that might sound like he punched her really hard, but keep in mind, she's 87 years old. They
bruise very easily.
Yeah, So
if I bump into my mom, she bruises, let alone an 87-year-old woman.
I've still at this point, I'm picturing this teenager being a very weak teenager.
It seems as if.
She said he kept punching me, and but she did get a few kicks in, and used the chair to push him away.
I think it's even impressive as an 87-year-old to even be able to kick.
Yeah.
When I think about 87-year-olds, like to have the balance to be able to kick and keep your ground, I think that alone is impressive.
Yeah, that's right, that she had the stamina. And listen to this. Listen to how weak this teenager was. The story continues. Eventually, the teen got tired and went to the kitchen. And she said he wasn't wearing pants or shoes. For some reason, he was undressed, and his clothes were kind of piled up along with the knife when the police arrived. So she went on to eventually, now that he tuckered himself out a little bit, she started making them some food.
Make him a little snack.
Yeah.
See, that seems odd, but I guess maybe it's a strategic way to get him to stay there so that the police will come. Oh, come here, honey. Let me I know you're tired.
She locked him in, and I guess he had kind of given up at this point. He's like, there's no way I can overpower this 87-year-old. So what am I to do? What am I to do?
Just imagine going to jail, and they're like, what are you in for? And you're like, I tried to rob this grandma, but she ended up getting the best of me.
Yeah,
and here I am.
Won him over with peanut butter and honey crackers, kept him satisfied. He really was. I mean, it's a teenager, but he sounds like he was a little, like a toddler. Really.
Yeah, it sounds like he was a child.
He was not wearing pants, eating peanut butter, honey crackers, running around the house. What does this guy do? And he had tuckered himself out.
Didn't even use the knife. If you like that video, there's a ton more. Go check out our past videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.